A man is a protector. A woman is an encourager. This is very important. The female at the beginning, Adam had a woman who was his helper. When a man begins to share his dream with you, you need to encourage him. You ever heard a man talk his vision to his wife, and she says, "That's impossible. You ain't got no education. You don't have the right contacts. You don't have the right associations. You don't have the right personality." And by the time she's finished with him, his dream is dead. She's supposed to be a helper, supposed to encourage the man, even when it seemed impossible. If anyone's supposed to cheer her on, it's supposed to be her. Most men are afraid to go home. So they stop at the pub. They spend hours with the brothers who encourage them, to build their courage up to go home to face the one who destroys them. You wonder why your husband won't come home much? And he comes home after you sleeping? It's safe then. This ain't funny. Some of you wondering, sometimes you wonder why your husband likes to be in church all the time? Church is safe. Some men work late because home is too dangerous. No encouragement home. Where you been? Why you late? Why you wear that shirt? I don't like them shoes. Why your hair so bald? What's going on with your life? Why you so stupid? You're just like your daddy. He's just like your brother. And by the time the guy is finished, let me get out of here. So Peter says, go on the roof and sleep. You're supposed to make your home such a comfortable place that he can't wait to get home. All the men say amen. Sometimes the most dangerous place for a husband is his house. Because all he hears is negative, discouragement. I tell you, a good woman makes a man find it hard to go to work in the morning. He runs to the door, runs back to her, runs to the door. I say, honey, you just make it so hard. He runs to the car. He drives down the street. He reverses back home, comes back. He goes to the work. Says, I'll be right back, y'all. Goes back home. That's why you got to make it hard for any woman to stop him on the way. My wife is a dangerous woman, man. Ladies, you ain't got a chance with this handsome guy. You ain't got a chance. My wife do me so good that when I see you, you don't exist. My home is my haven. I can't wait to get home. She makes the home so safe from all the pressure out there. Encourage her. A woman is a receiver. That means women always want what they see. She's built to receive, huh? Now, ladies, listen carefully. You are a receiver by design. That's why God created malls. Shopping centers were made for women, not for men. Now, this means that a woman, whatever she sees, she desires. So a woman never have enough pair of shoes anywhere in her house. She sees another one, she wants that. Sees another one, she wants dresses, she wants them all. She drives past a house, I want that baby. I want a house just like that. You can't afford it, but she wants it. Now, ladies, this creates a problem. If you notice in the book of Proverbs 31, it says something about that noble woman. It says, she doesn't cause her husband to go after spoil. Very important statement you keep missing there. A good woman doesn't cause her husband to go after spoil. What that means is, a good woman, even though she sees everything she wants, she doesn't pressure her man to go get it. Some of you women are demanding things that are putting pressure on the family. You making your husband go out and half kill himself on 2 jobs because you want to keep a car that you can't pay for. The pressure you put on your husband to move in an area, to build a house right from zero. You just got married, now you want a house that's worth 200 million pounds. Put pressure on the guy. You want to wear the shoe that other people are wearing. Listen, the lady wearing them shoes, she been married for 20 years. You just got married. You can't afford those shoes. Don't put pressure on the man. If he buys you a pair of shoes and they're plastic, kiss him for it. Thank you, baby. Appreciate it. Nothing is worse than a husband buying something for a woman and she doesn't wear it. I'm giving you a hint, women. Wear it. If you don't like it, pretend. Just wear the thing. Why? Because when you don't appreciate what your husband gives you, it's an insult to his manhood. Oh, you're quiet now. I don't like this house. This stove ain't working. I don't like this. Shut up and enjoy it for a while. Tell him, honey, I believe God's going to bring us up. He's going to bring us out. I'm with you, honey. We're going to pray together. Believe in God for a better flat and our own home someday. Yes, baby. Keep encouraging him. Stop complaining. Don't put pressure on the man. You cannot have everything you see. And it's quiet. Let me deal with the last one because my time is gone. I got so much more to give you. Everybody say prophetess. Let me explain this to you. A female is an incubator. That means she receives information, she expands it, and she gives it back to you. A female never keeps anything. Incubators do not keep anything. Now, they may hold it for a while, but you will eventually get it back. And it'll never come back the way you gave it. It comes back multiplied. A woman will be under pressure for 20 years, and then one day, all of a sudden, she goes crazy on you. She cusses you and throws stuff at you, picks up the refrigerator and throw at you. Now, this incubation spirit is interesting. That's why a woman is called a prophetess. Now, let me give you a little hint. In Joel chapter 2, Joel says, in the last day, the Holy Spirit will come upon all flesh. Because in those days, it only came upon the priests and upon the high priests and upon the prophets. But he said in the last days, it's going to come upon everybody. But then he says, it's going to affect certain people differently. When it comes upon the young, they will see visions. When it comes upon the old man, they will have dreams. When it comes upon the women, the handmaidens, it says, they will prophesy. Now, why is it different? You see, when a man tells a woman something, she incubates it. And then she gives it back to him. So a woman is really a natural prophet. So if you want to hear something again, tell your wife. If you don't want to hear it again, don't tell her. If you want to hear something again, just tell a woman. Now, while she's giving it back to him, he cries out, "Shut up! Stop irritating me!" That ain't irritation, brother. That's prophecy. She prophesying back to you. Say, "Woman, stop irritating me." That ain't irritation. She giving you back what you gave her, but now it's coming multiplied. She began to add stuff to it. You told me that God told you on September 9th at 2 a.m. and she knows the details. Am I right about it, brother? Now, men, when the woman starts doing that, that's not irritation. That's prophecy. You tell your wife, from now on, you know, I've been to the conference and the gathering of champion, and I heard Brother Miles say, get my house in order, honey. From now on, we're going to have devotions every morning. She said, yes, praise the She's so happy. Yo, praise the Lord. Thank God for Brother Miles. Hallelujah. Finally got devotions in the house. Yes. We're going to have devotions 6 o'clock every morning. Get the kids together. We're going to pray before we go to work and school. So you please get everybody. Yes, man. Are you happy? So the first week, you do fine. Second week, you okay. Third week, you didn't get up. And she comes, sweetheart. And you go, no. Sweetheart. No. Sweetheart, what do you want, woman? It's time for devotions. What devotions? Then she says, didn't you tell me that God told you? That ain't nagging, that's prophecy. She's giving you back your own prophecy. You told her you're going to get up for devotions. Now the prophecy's coming back out of the prophetess saying, get up, let's have devotions. Don't get mad at her. Get mad at your own inconsistency. Now, ladies, don't bring prophecies that he didn't give you. That's irritation. So if you want to be blessed as a woman, be a helper. A helper is a person who always is there to assist. I want to close on something that I hope you will get this. Oh, that's too much information. You can't take that. Okay. I won't bother with that. Someday we'll come back and Brother Matt and I will do a week of conferences for family. How about that, Brother Matt? We're going to work on this. Now I want you to stand there for a minute. I need another male and female, please. Can I have you two, please? I want you to stand on this third step. Can you take your pen and write this down, please? Write this down. I'm going to give you the needs of a man and a woman. Okay? Now, are there any little kids in here? Young kids, can you come here, baby? Come here. I need another little kid. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, man. Oh, what's your name? Marianne. Marianne, stand up the steps right next to that pretty girl right there. Right next to you. Stand up by that handsome guy on this side, all right? Stand up by him. Now come over, right on top of the step there. I'll go back. Right, good. I want you all to see something here. Okay. Now, what I need is, I need about 5 men to come and stand, and I need 5 women to come. Can you just quickly? I want to show you a picture. 5 men, 5 women. Okay? You stand here and then off the steps. Stand up here. 1, 2. Okay, stand next to him. Stand on the steps. Okay? Women, can you come stand up here? I need 2 women on the steps. I want you to see a picture here. Stand right next to her. Stand right next to her. All right? Now, I want you all to remember what you see, okay? What you see in the front here is the beauty of God's creation. Notice who's on top. Who's on top? God. Everything came from God. Who's the first one that he made? The male. Out of the male came what? The female. And out of that came what? The marriage. And the marriage produced what? A family. And the family produced what? A community. A community is a multiplication of families. What is a nation? A multiplication of communities. So all of us are the nation. That there is the community. And that is the family. And that is the marriage. And that is the female. And that is the male. And that is God. Now, whenever there's a problem in the nation, here's how you solve it. Whenever there's a problem in the nation, if it's AIDS, if it's promiscuity, if it's divorce or whatever, you've got to go backward to find the problem. So you start going back to denominate the problem. If the nation has a problem, you go check the community, see what's wrong. Well, the communities are made up of what? Families. So you go back and you check the family. And you check the family, something's wrong with the family, you find out why. Something must be wrong with the marriage. You check the marriage, something's wrong with the marriage, then something must be wrong with the woman. Well, why is something wrong with the woman? Because something must be wrong with the man. And then the man got to go to who? You got to go to God. And when you go to God, and God says, let's reverse it. Let's find out who the problem is. And he begins with who? The man. He will come and return the hearts of the fathers back to the children. A woman is as good as the men make them. And the marriages are as good as the male and female singles that are in it. Marriage is like an omelet. It's only as good as the eggs. If you got a rotten egg and a good egg, no matter how good the good egg is, the omelet's going to be rotten. So before you yoke up with somebody, check and see if there's any cracks in their character. Make sure that they are not defective, because you're going to marry the defect. And your relationship will become a defective one. Christ said it well. Divorce is not your problem, he says. Check back and see what the family is like. If the family ain't working, see what the marriage is like. If the marriage ain't working, check and see what the singles are like. And if the singles are contaminated, the marriage is naturally contaminated. And therefore, check the male and female first before you begin to blame God. Because the ingredients determine what kind of cake you have. If you're going to have a good family, you're going to need to check the quality of the people that make up the marriage. Singleness is more important than marriage, because your marriage is only as good as your singleness. And if you want your marriage to improve, don't ask your mate to improve. You improve, and it will automatically improve, because you are your marriage. If you are unmarried today, it's more important for you to be single than to be married. And make sure that before you give yourself to somebody, that you have checked and studied them and explored them, and you understand that you are getting someone that is going to be as close as possible to the beginning man and woman. You want a woman who can be a helper, one who can incubate your dream, one who can help encourage you to pursue God's will for your life. You want a woman who will be the kind of stamina that can be there, won't criticize you, but will be a healing balm in your times of stress. You want a woman who will not become your number one critic, but your number one protection. You want a woman who will be there to make it feel good to come home. Ladies, build your house up with your hands and protect it with your mouth. And don't keep company with people who are failing, because you'll incubate their failure and bring it to your own house. I want you to know this is God's will right here. He's the foundation of the family, and he's put the male as the responsible head. And when the nation falls apart, you got to go and check the male. I hope that this conference have made you aware that the key to healing London is in the man sitting next to you. May you buy these tapes, listen to them 1,000 times, and let the principles preserve your life. And if you do, I know that I will see you at the top. God bless you. Thank you very much.